Day Against Child Labor 2021 is celebrated. It is observed to spread the awareness of the practice of the hiring minor children for labor and also encourages people to speak against this social evil practice. This day also helps in educating those kids parents that employing a child is morally and illegally wrong. This year, the theme of this special day is Act Now End Child Labor. According to experts, this is the first time in about 2 decades that the world has seen a hike in the child labor, and millions more are vulnerable due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic situation. This day was recognized in 2002 by the International Labour Organization of the United Nations. The International Labour Organization focuses on the right to education for all the children across the globe, regardless of their race, economic condition, or caste. So, as the day is here, we have brought some quotes and messages to you, and I request all of you to create the awareness about the importance of the World Day Against Child Labor Day and share with your family and the friends to create awareness. So let us begin some of the inspiring and some of the World Day Against Child Labor 2021 quotes. So number one is that child slavery is a crime against humanity. Humanity itself is at stake here. A lot of work remains, but I will see the end of child labor in my lifetime. Said by Kailash Satyarthi. Child labor perpetuates poverty, unemployment, illiteracy, population growth, and other social problems, said by Nobel Prize winner Kailash Satyarthi. If we are to teach real peace in the world, and if we are to carry on the real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children, said by Mahatma Gandhi. Every child comes with a message that God is not yet discouraged of man, said by Rabindranath Tagore. Child are like a wet cement, whatever falls on them makes an impression, said by child psychologist Hemnakat. The safety and the security does not just happen. They are the result of the collective consensus and public investment. We have our children, the most vulnerable citizens in our society, a life free of violence and fear, said by former president of Southern Africa, Nelson Mandela. The best way to make children good is to make them happy, said by author and the poet Oscar Wilde. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have, said by APJ Abdul Kalam. If we are to teach real peace in the world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children, said by the Mahatma Gandhi. Children are our most vulnerable, Children are our most valuable resource, said by the 31st President of the United States, Herbert Hoover. You cannot regulate child labor. You can't regulate slavery also. Sometimes are just wrong, said by Michael Murray. The soul is healed by being with the children, said by novelist of Russia. So children are likely to live up to what they believe of them, and the children need more models rather than the critics. Children are great imitators, so give them something great to imitate. So on the occasion of the World Day Against Child Labor, let us join hands against this crime which kills the joy of the living for children and make this world a dark place. A country can only develop if it first develops a bright future for its children, because the ultimate test of the moral society is the kind of the world that it leaves to its children. Let's all together put an end to child labor. No matter how rich we are, we can never be happy, because seeing a child as a laborer hurts every soul. So let us stand against child labor. We all have the power to make whatever contributions we can have to see these children go to school and learn things for a happier tomorrow. So once again, I wish you all happy World Day Against Child Labor. For a prosperous future, we need to send all the children to the schools today. Warm wishes on the World Day Against Child Labor. So each and every children deserves a childhood, and no one in this world has the power to take that away from them. Child labor is a crime, and it's a duty of each of us to raise our voices against to this, to make this world a better place to live. It is our responsibility to handle children with the love, care, and affection to protect them from child labor. And the occasion of the Child World Day again, child labor reminds us that there are many children out there who are crying for the pay, help. Let us put an end to child labor. So, and the beauty of childhood, and we must come together to protect the children. So, don't be wild, don't force work on child. A child's childhood is for learning. Don't use their child for erring. A child's hand is too precious to be working, doing good work. They look good holding a mighty pencil. So children are supposed to be going to school. They do not look good with a handful of tools. Every time child labor is practiced, an innocent childhood has vanished. Do a favor, avoid child labor. Thank you so very much. And finally, one message to all the people. Child is meant to learn, not to earn. Education is their birthright, so against child labor we must fight. Stop child labor. Children are the future, nurture them bright, so that they grow up to be able to be a leaders. So, and let the world towards light. So happy child against liberty. Thank you so very much.